So you're a nice lady, and you've married a nice guy, and he's good to you, and you're happily married, and then you find yourself lying in bed at night thinking, God, my ex-boyfriend was something else, and you feel guilty about it. And then you say, God, I love my husband, he's a really good guy, but I just don't have that spark of that I had with my ex-boyfriend. He was so handsome, he was so sexy, sexually we were so compatible. He knew how to just just sexually just make me feel so good in a way that my husband, who's a great guy, can't. You're a middle-aged guy in a bar who's a bit lonely. Maybe you've given up drink, you're an alcoholic, and you see this woman at the end of the bar. You find her very attractive. You ask to buy her a drink. She orders an alcoholic drink. You order an alcoholic drink, and then you're back on the sauce again. You're back to being an alcoholic. In both cases, guess who's just arrived? The devil. The devil is a fantastic card. The devil is your friend. The devil is a card to remind you that you must tame, especially as you go through life, your lower poles of your lower instincts, I should say, your lower instincts, sex, revenge, hatred, bitterness, addictions, all that kind of thing. It'll never go away, and it's not supposed to go away. You're supposed to have, a bit of grit inside you. But if you work correctly with the devil, that bit of grit inside your personality can become a pearl, a beautiful pearl. And that's what happens when you work with this wonderful card, the devil. Now, this isn't a guy from, Satanville or what the hell or that's called. The devil doesn't actually exist as a being. It's just a French word meaning the evil. And so we have the traditional image of the devil here, the horns, the downturned goat horns, the bat wings, pretty awesome looking bat wings. The upside down pentagram, he's number 15. The goat feet, the cloven hoof, sitting on a plinth, and there's a naked man and woman representing still the yin and yang, the inability to connect uh, towards divination. All the right things are there, but they've not connected yet. They're chained to the plinth, but they're not chained to each other. So it's a good card for someone who is not getting their life together. Now it's a wonderful card in that it serves several functions. One, it reminds somebody who's not maturing that they need to get matured. They need to settle down. Secondly, it reminds us that, it's okay for that woman to look back and think about her ex-boyfriend. She's not doing anything wrong. If he was sexually amazing, and if they had and she really fancied him, and he really knew how to give her a good time, uh, that's great. Nothing wrong with that. Happy memories, happy days. If it was a guy who has a drink problem, well, it serves to remind you that you shouldn't drink, and you'll probably, you'll have a better life without it. It represents all those things. The devil is our friend. The devil has arrived to remind us that you're not being wise. You're not on the path to individuation. So the fool, the previous card before this, temperance. We'll get to that later. The fool, he got the right mixture of stuff in his life on the fool's journey, and then he fell in with the wrong crowd, or he started thinking with his yin yang and things like that, and he got up with the wrong woman, or she ended up with the wrong fella, and wasted a lot of time in that kind of debauchery, that kind of thing. That's okay. So this card is okay. If you get this card in your 20s, there ain't nothing wrong with that, because you're supposed to be like that. You're not supposed to be spiritual in your 20s. You're not supposed to be going, oh, in your 20s, you're supposed to be having a great fucking time, okay? So the devil is okay in your 20s. As you approach your 30s, the devil, you're pushing him down, because you're developing your upper poles of cognitive awareness. And then as your life progresses, the devil is always there to go, hell yeah, hell yeah. But he doesn't rule you. That's the difference. Because he's not supposed to rule you anymore, okay? The devil is about going inside and saying, I am a man, I am a woman, I am on the path to individuation, and I'm allowed to make mistakes, have addictions, you know, uh, do naughty things, and that's okay. That's okay. This is why the devil also is a great card for reminding us that why we should ignore sanctimonious dickheads, born again Christians who lecture people, or anything like New Age, anything like that, like anyone who imposes their superficial morality upon you. This is also because they've got the devil inside them too, so they're in no position to pass judgment on you in the form of the devil, because the fact that they're even, you see, this is the irony of it, the fact that these sanctimonious gobshites would even, impose their morality on you shows that the devil is strong within them. See, this is the beauty of the tarot in terms of reading it as a psychological, the Bible, bibliothèque of the Bohemians. This is the beauty of the tarot. This is why I love it. This is why I want to share it with the world, because it's great. Okay, it's great for so much. And the devil card is one of the best cards in the deck. He's not evil. He's not, dangerous. He's here to put you back on the straight and narrow so you can, return to individuation. But at the same time, if you say to yourself, I was a sinner and I have fallen from the path of righteousness, well, the devil is still, and then I'm going to judge everyone who's not like me, well, the devil is still strong in you. But if the devil was strong in you and say, geez, I had a great time with that guy, I had a great time with that woman, oh, I was on the piss off all those years, it was brilliant, oh, I took loads of drugs, oh, wow, and then he says, has a great time, and it's over now, and that's life. You've not conquered, but you've tamed the devil, because that's wisdom. Sanctimonious people do not have wisdom, and that's why they join religious cults and flying saucer cults and all that other crap. Okay, so the devil, this is the man here. This is the guy. This is not the fellow from the dark pit who's come to stick a pitchfork in your jacksie. This is the guy who's come along to remind you that you're only human, and that's beautiful, and you will make mistakes, and that's beautiful, and tame him correctly, observe him correctly, understand what he's about, and you'll get back on the path to individuation, and the fool will throw his knapsack over his back and goes, Jesus, I'm glad I didn't stay there too much longer. I would have infected the devil. Know him, love him, use him, respect him, and know better, man.